going on, Far Rock? What's going on, JFK? Everybody doing this evening? It's Reggie Anderson. I just want to touch on a little of the change has come and to vote for change. And I know a lot of people is running around talking about this change thing. Everybody want to know what's changed, what's going to happen, how are we going to get through this thing here, or what are your plans for this change thing here? Well, I know change is difficult because, people get used to stuff and they don't really, grab this change. Like, for instance, when we had the 3000 and the 4000 bus and we had the RTSs, most people stayed away from the RTS buses because of the 3000 and 4000. Most people with seniority stayed away from those 3000 because they had those 4000. Whatever the case may be, they liked whichever better. But then they got rid of the RTS buses and they start bringing in more 4000s. Now, if you remember when those 4000 buses came in, how filthy and dirty they was and all that, people didn't really care about that. We had a 4000 bus, right? The ride was better, the bus control better features, whatever the case may be. And then all of a sudden, they started rolling out the 3000s and started bringing in the Novas and all of them, the 9000 buses. People got in those 9000, they didn't like those 9000. Oh man, this thing here is messed up. It's not enough room in there. Oh, I can't get inside there. Give me the 4000. And then they bought the 9300s in, half of the Arctic bus, and they like, yeah, we like this right here. But people still like the old buses. But no matter what you went through a change. And to this day, people has adopted to this change that came to them. Our change is the same exact thing. Even when we was dealing with the phones. Remember, we used to have the house phone. We have to remember these numbers in our head. Now you got a phone. You don't remember no numbers in your head. Change happens, and change is good. Change is better for us right here. So when we say change has come, we basically talking about this change with those in charge of this union of ours. And why is change so much necessary for us with that is because MTA has been in charge of JFK, formerly known as Green Line, for 20 years now. And they have never dealt with an MTA employee that they hired. They've been dealing with Green Line all this time. Green Line, on the other hand, knows Green Line stuff. So they really never got the opportunity and chance to adapt to anything Green Line, anything MTA, because they focus on Green Line. The majority of these depots right now are MTA hires. Now, as you see the things that went on this year, well, from the shuttle work and from the Martin Luther King Day and from this crazy pick at the end of the year that mostly everybody is suffering from, especially the senior guys who, they was in their relax mode. Now they have received change right there. Then this is change they don't like. Right now, everybody's running around. We got to get rid of this. We got to get rid of that. He got to go. That one got to go. We got to get somebody in there. What are we going to do? These guys over here is talking about change. We need change. We need change badly. And we cannot sit around and keep playing with the same people who's adopted to do the same thing as the people before, and then the people before them and the people before them to continue this same practice on. We need change. And we need this change for a few reasons. One, anybody you talk to, they keep talking about pension. Oh, look at the pension is messed up. Oh, we need a better pension. You know why they talking about pension? Because people is about to head out these doors, man. People are about to retire. They do not want to retire with that 160, 170, 180, 190 a year thing. They don't want to retire with that. They want something better, because with today's prices and the living conditions right now, everything is higher now. Everything is more expensive. So people are really trying to get themselves ready so they can retire. Like my boy Watson said, when I retire, I'm going to have to get another job just to survive. Right. And he's right about that. If you look right now and you see what people are going through to survive right now, this is what they're going through. To me, MTA is tired of dealing with Green Line. 20 years and we still dealing with Green Line. Green Line, you guys did good. You did good for Green Line, right? And you still trying to do good for Green Line, but there's something better over the hill. And we trying to get you over the hill. But you don't want to go over the hill because you stuck in your ways with this right here. MTA, to me, is prepared to give MTA what they need, but we're being blocked here. And people don't realize this here because we still stuck with the RTS. We still stuck with those 3,000. We still stuck with those 4,000 buses. We don't want to ride the Novas. They too small. In order for change to happen, in order for change to come, we need change within ourselves. And we need this change desperately. The people that's about to retire, do yourself a justice. The people who have these people in places and you say, that's my man, that's my friend, great, great. I mean, it's good for you to always want to stick with your man, you want to stick with your friend and all that right there. But this isn't the time to do it because right now you should be thinking about yourself and your family. Nobody's thinking about yourself or your family right now. They're thinking about them. And this has been going on for years and for years and for years, right? And when I see it and when Zoom see it and when Silver see it, we look at this and we say, how long can we continue on doing this right here? Don't look at change as a bad thing. Change is a good thing. Trust me, change is a good thing, right? Certain people want to talk to certain people because they know how to deal with certain people. But then when you can't get those people, you see the dirty work they give those people. You see the shicey stuff that they do to them when they do those people right there, right? For that shuttle work that we had right there, man, you had to run for 11 hours. You're supposed to be paid your 11 hours, whether you work or not. You picked it already. That was their fault that they started to run. If they wasn't ready for those 2 weeks, then you shouldn't have started the pick. You should have extended the run that we was already doing and extended the pick. So then we pick later. Don't tell me to pick my 11-round run. Because when I pick my 11-hour run, I'm picking my 11-hour run based on my lifestyle. I can pay my mortgage. I can pay my car note. I can pay my kids, my other bills, whatever the case may be. I was able to do that right there. Do not take me to pick a run for 11 hours and I'm already set. I'm already straight. And now this pick start and somebody signed the stipulation to say, if I sit, I'll get 8 hours. If I pick another run, I'll get the pay off that run. Let's say it's $9. No, that's change of assignment. That has nothing to do with me. My run is what I picked already. It's just like you, if they call you, you on the list or whatever, they call you or overtime, and they say, here, you got run 201. And 201 pays 11 hours, whatever the case is. And then all of a sudden, the guy for 201 comes because they had him out for jury duty or whatever the case may be. And he comes back and he said he wants his run. Man, that run belongs to me already. That 11 hours belong to me already. You have to pay me for that. Even if he ends up back with that run, you have to pay me for that run and the next run I take. You cannot give people money up like that. We cannot afford to continue to allow that to happen like that. And what I'm telling you is this. This year, December 5th, come out and vote for change, man. Vote for change. This union is for everybody, man. This is everybody's union. Everybody will have input in this union right here. It's not just one person calling the shots here. Not just two people calling the shot here. We will be calling the shots here. We can't bypass you on anything like that. I got to go and say, this is what they're saying. These people are saying, the run ain't ready. We can't do it for 2 weeks or whatever like that. Me personally, if they would approach me on that right there, I'd have told them just what I told you. No, that man picked the run. She picked the run according to her lifestyle. I can't go and tell her, nah, they're going to pay you 8 hours. Or if you take something else, I can't tell nobody that because you picked your run already. That run belongs to you already. I'm a driver. And you have to always remember that you're a driver. No matter what anybody else say, you are always a driver. No matter what position you're in, you're always a driver. And you have to stay in that driver's position all the time. Do not change on the people who put you in a place for us. It's not for you, it's for us. We put you there as a mouthpiece for us, to solve stuff for us, to bring information to us. It's not for you to even make a decision on your own for us. You are the listener, and then you bring that information back. This is what they talking about. This is what they doing. What are we going to do? Let's see what the people want to do about this right here. Because right now, even with this contract, it's up in the air. We don't know what's going on with it. But even with this contract, if everybody knew and everybody played a part in this contract and we had to wait for it, guess what? We would all be pleased because we know what we're waiting for. We know what's inside there. We know what we got coming to us. We know this already. But now you don't know nothing. And now you end up with losing money early in the year. Now you got to hustle to get more money because you know how people do. They prepare for these holidays in the beginning of the year. That's just how we do, right? So now your money was messed up in the beginning of the year. So you expecting to get this retro and this contract right there so you can move along. This ending of the year with this pick right here is not a good look for us. It's a struggle. And then we going on into 2026 with the same thing. Come on. Come on. We got to be smart about this. We really, really have to be smart about this. Right. That's my man. I trust him. Right. But you trusting him with what? To follow the same pattern as everybody else has? Nothing new. These people have nothing new for you. They stand up there and say, we got an idea for this. We got an idea. They have no idea. They have no idea. And now you say, well, what's your idea? You know what my idea is? My idea is to get inside there, to see what we got ourselves into, and to bail us out of what we got into. My idea is to see a way that we can get out of this thing here. This ain't me just sitting there looking and No, we got this whole executive team. We got y'all, so we can get together and say, yo, look, this is what our struggles is. This is what we facing with. You think I'm going to go in the blind and just stand up there and promise you we're going to get the nicest pension, or we're going to get the highest raise, or we're going to... Nah, I'm not... That's what a fool would do that. A fool would sell you that story just to get you all hyped and then can't deliver it. That's a fool's move. I got to work on stuff that's real. And I'm going to tell you stuff that's real. The real thing is, what are we into? What is our problem? What have they signed? What have they agreed to? And so we don't know. The executive board don't know. The executive board don't know. They don't give them that information. Why don't the executive board get that information? Another thing. This year, the next meeting, they're going to present to the executive board bylaws, new bylaws. And then the executive board is going to vote on them. After that vote, that thing's supposed to come to us to vote on. Beware of that. Beware of it. Do not vote or agree with anything you did not sign and that you signed and you don't understand. Do not sign. Do not vote on it. Leave it. Leave it alone. Because why would you come up with bylaws at this time of the year? You had all this time in the beginning. You had all the summer. And why would you come up with bylaws now? Bylaws for what? What is the bylaws saying? Nobody knows. They wanted them to just vote on them at the last meeting without even reading them. So you know what they're going to want to do to us. They're going to want to try to pull that same. This is what we need to get rid of, right? And this is what we're talking about with transparency. We need to have transparency. We need to have us in a position to where everybody is aware of everything that is going on. I want to be aware. I want you to be aware. I don't have to go and tell you one story and then tell somebody else another story. And I can give you an example of that. I'm not even going to go through that. I'm not even going to go through that because I talk to people and these same people will see this and they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We don't need no double talking. We need this answer from this one. I'm not going to sit up there and act like I know the answers to everything going on here. No, that's why we got an executive board. He investigated that issue. She investigated that right here. What did you hear from that? What you hear from this? Everything that we got going on, you have a problem, you're supposed to be able to contact your union, and your union is supposed to take care of it. Respond back to you as to A, B, and C. We looked into it. This is the thing right here. I heard that was taking care of it. If it wasn't taken care of, let me know. This is what your union is for. We are unity. We are one. We do not need two people running this union of 900 and change. It's us. We are the union. We are the members, right? And you are just designating people to be your spokesperson to run around and take care of what needs to be taken care of. That's what you're doing. I went, excuse me, I went in the back one day because me and little Stephanie was talking and new AGM Mosley came there. And I said, you know what? I should go in the back and talk to him about the ADAs. That's been off for the longest. I went back there to Mosley office. I sat there. I talked to him. I introduced myself to him. I told him what the problem was. Basically, he didn't know we had the 7 and 9 line because it wasn't on his board. I told him that. I also told him other lines that we had between JFK and Fort Rockaway. The man's told me to stay right here for a minute. Don't move. He made a phone call. He sat there. He sent the email. Then he called Oliver and told Oliver on speaker. I got you on speaker. Anderson's in the room. He tells me that the ADAs are not working on the 6, 7, 8, 9 line. I want you to send out a blast, send a message out to everybody and let them know if the ADAs is not working on your bus, make sure you make your ADAs so you don't get caught out there. Because they was giving the rookies these runs, sending them out there, send a spotter out there. Next you know, you're extending them 90 days because you didn't make an ADA. And these people just got here, just learning the route, learning how to drive the bus and so forth. And you just pile all that on when our buses work already. We know they was turned off on purpose just for that right there. But what I'm telling y'all is this. I took care of that. Next you know, they were on. I was driving the bus myself. Came on later in the day on me. Wow, they work it. Okay, they came on. Appreciate it. I went back there and I thanked them for that. This is something that could have been done a long time ago, though. This is something that could have been done a long time ago. Silver messed with the water fountain. I don't mess with that water fountain. Silver goes over to the water fountain. This water fountain messed up. He tells me all the time, man, they got to fix this. And he ran around talking to everybody, found out who's to connect to it. He goes and he catch this guy in the back. He tells him about it. Okay, but he tells him again, whatever the case may be. Next you know, it's fixed. Everything is fixed. They lost the contract. Whatever the issue was, he spoke up. He got it fixed. Whatever the issue was, the ADAs, I spoke up. I got it fixed. I'm running around listening to people things. They arguments, they cases, and so forth, and so is Zoom, and so is Silver. Let us help, man. Let us help. We know this stuff. We know this stuff, and we following the rules. We're not agreeing with everything they say because they're not following the rules. And if they're not following the rules and we follow the rules, you can't be wrong. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this until this day here. On December 5th, everybody come out and vote. Come out and vote. But vote for change, man. Change has come. And we here for you and for us. Because remember, we are drivers. And if Zoom and Silver will agree with everything I've said, and if they got any more to add on to this right here, I appreciate it. I want to thank y'all, and everybody have a good night and be safe out there. Thank you.